Tell me if this sounds familiar. You want to promote your library's events and programs, but you don't get the information that you need to create those marketing messages until like a week before the event is supposed to happen. And then your fellow coworkers wonder why nobody comes to their program. How do you get that information earlier so you can create great marketing messages? We are going to talk about that today in this episode of the Library Marketing Show. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Angela Hursh, and I'm the person behind the blog, superlibrarymarketing.com. You can head there and click on the Library Marketing Show tab to suggest a topic for a future episode of the show, or to nominate your library or another for kudos in great library marketing. We have a library that has some big accomplishments that we are going to recognize later in this episode. Before we get to that, if you haven't already yet, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you would, please, so you'll get a notification whenever I upload one of these videos. If you're watching this on LinkedIn, you can click on the follow button to do the same thing. So this is a question that actually came in from a viewer. And this person says they need to get information on programming from staff so they can create marketing and help drive attendance to those programs. But the problem is they're not getting information about those programs until a week before the program is scheduled, if that. How are you supposed to work under those conditions? This is a frustration that I know many of you have, and I have a couple of tips for you. So the first is, you are going to set clear expectations and guidelines for your fellow coworkers. Send us the information by this date, or you don't get any marketing for your program. It's that simple. I know that sounds a little bit harsh, but don't think of it as a penalty. Think of it as, we are trying, you, the person doing the marketing, are trying to help your fellow staff members be successful. So you might even create a form that they can fill out so that you can gather all the information you need. Another way to do this is to actually have meetings with people. So when I worked at the Public Library of Cincinnati and Hamilton County, it's a big library system. We had a lot of departments, and they're all doing their own thing programming wise. And sometimes they forgot to send me an email about their programs, and that's okay. I know they're very busy. I scheduled a meeting with them, maybe every month or every 2 months, sat down and just said, hey, what are you planning on doing in the next month or 2 months? That turned out to be a much better way to gather that information so that I can create an editorial calendar and promote their programs and help drive attendance to their events. So you're going to set clear expectations and guidelines for your fellow staff members to follow. And if they don't follow it, they don't get promotions. It's that simple. Number 2 is to actually give your staff workers some context. Many of them don't really understand how promotions work. So give them a little bit of a lesson in whatever format works for your library. Maybe it is at a staff meeting, maybe it's a post on your internal website, whatever. Give them a little context about why you need the amount of lead time that you're asking for and the benefit that your coworkers are going to see, which of course is going to be more effective marketing and more people at their programs. The third thing to do is to share successes from promotions that you have done where people have given you the information that you need according to your timeline. So they can see, this person sent me the information a month before the program happened. We did X, Y, and Z and promoted it, and they had a whole bunch of people who showed up for their event. Giving them an example of how following your guidelines will help them and get more people to their programs. And the final thing to remember is that you need to be repeating these guidelines and expectations. The marketing rule of 7 applies not only to your external customers, but also to your internal customers. And when you're doing internal communication, repeating these guidelines is going to help. I know we have staff turnover. People are very busy. Just keep letting people know, here are the guidelines and expectations, and here's what you can expect when you follow them. What do you think? And do you have any additional advice for this viewer? How do you do things at your library in terms of getting information from other departments and creating promotions? I am really curious. Let's start a conversation down in the comments. Okay, it's time to give away kudos. And like I said at the beginning of the video, this is a pretty big one. The Richland Public Library, their marketing and communications team won an Award of Excellence and Best in Show among all the entries at South Carolina's chapter of the Public Relations Society of America's Mercury Awards competition. So they did a campaign called Welcome Back, and they got a bunch of awards for it. So congratulations to Richland Library. I'm going to put a link to that campaign and the article about it down in the show description if you're watching on YouTube, or the comments if you're watching on LinkedIn. Definitely something to check out. Great job, Richland Library. Appreciate very much that you guys have won an award. Awesome, awesome work. All right, that's it for this episode, but my channel has lots more advice and tips for library promotions and marketing. If you want more advice, click on this video and I'll see you there.